the measure of the centerness, this one says that, as the name says, the centered. How centered is your, you can see the center line is 900. How centered is this one with respect to this specification limit? Okay. So how the center line is, centered with respect to how centered is the center line with respect to the specification limits. So this is how the measure of the centerness. This is what we are doing. So here we will look for the difference between UCL and this X bar value, which is the 900, and this one is also 900. And then the sigma, again, the same one, we will use either this one or that one. We will take the minimum of these two values, and then we will find the measure of the centerness. Okay, let's do that. Okay, firstly, the UCL minus X bar divided by this one we have found in the previous slide. It was a 209. So 209, and let's find it. That UCL value is 1100 minus the X bar value is that grand average 900, and then divide by 209. So this one is that 0.96. And then the other one, the X average minus LSL, and then divide by again 209. So this one will be that 900 minus 600 and divide by 209. Then 1.44. And then this one says that to take a minimum of it. So we have 0.96 and we have 1.94. Okay, and then minimum of it is the 0.96. Okay, and then divide by 3. So we have to divide 0.96 by 3. It will be that 0.32. Okay. And then you can see 0.32. This one is, again, not good. Okay, that we are looking for CPK value greater than 1 or equal to 1 is the desirable. Because it should be centered. As you can see here, the 900 is here, and the 600 is here, and 1100 is here. This one is not centered. Okay, because we are taking minimum, the minimum of this part and minimum of this part. As you can see, this part is the minimum, and then we are comparing it with the center. As you can see, it is not centered and it's not desirable. Okay, the center line is not centered with respect to specification limit. So half center line is centered with respect to specification limit. Okay, this is the measure of the centerness. Again, you use this same chart for the D2 value. Perfectly centered, you can see this is the limits by the customer and then designer. And then you can see here okay, and this one you can see here is perfectly centered. The distance here and then distance here. So say that this distance 1 and this distance 2. You can see it is perfectly centered, which is good. So we are in the range that customer wants. This is desirable. Okay, this is perfectly centered process. This is good. But the other case is that, as I showed in the previous one, it is not centered and it's not good. So we are checking two cases. It should be centered and it should be, let me add this one and then so that we check the both together. So both means that a CP value, it must be greater than 1 or equal to 1 and then CPK value, it must be greater than 1 and then bigger than 1, equal to 1. Okay. So if this is the case, and then this is the desirable case. Okay. And this is for today.